Alright, welcome back everyone. So I've got pretty much most everything sorted out, getting ready for my next run, which is going to be a much better suspension than what I had before. And I've changed the motor mount, made it adjustable, and so it can accept a lot of different motor sizes. And this gear right here happens to come out actually out of a power tool, so it's got a little different diameter on the shaft. I do have a carrier bearing option, which would be, well, before I get there, let's reverse a little bit. So my concern is going over we have a lot of weight right here. We've got mounted here. It is fairly tight right here. Now if I was smart to begin with, before I started cutting, I would have notched this here and down here and then folded it down and mounted it to the chassis. That might have helped this problem that I'm currently having. So let's just imagine that we go over a bump. Alright, so I'm lifting up. I don't know how discernible that is, but let's see if we can get a better angle. But you can see it clearly deviating, right? So that's going to tear apart our gears if we're running at full speed. And so if I lift this up, nothing is happening to the rear wheels. Nothing. So I need some adjustment here to bring this down or up or what have you to stop this from flexing. I could run a brace all the way to this front strut tower right here, but I think that's too long. Ideally, I'd like it to be more at a 45-degree angle. That's going to be your strongest triangular position, which is going to bring it very close to this shock tower, or what used to be a shock tower. But that's plastic, mounted to plastic, not very strong, not very rigid. Here we have a piece of aluminum mounted to a piece of plastic. Very strong, reinforced. This is going to be ideal, and I think that's the route I'm going to go because of its rigidity. I could make a carrier bearing holder. I could mount to the shock tower and brace that little carrier bearing, and then that will stop the flex, but that could potentially put a lot of stress on a carrier bearing. The other option is to run it even longer and put it in somewhere in here where these two holes are that don't do anything. They might have been injection molding molds, I don't know. So I think I'm just going to cut a piece of this 3/32 steel, and I'm just going to bend me a couple of tabs. I'll mount it here, and then a couple of spots on the motor mount. And that's going to give me the rigidity. I didn't want to do that because it's going to cut into the trunk of the Barbie car, but that's what I got to do, and that's what I got to do.